I'm Grace Daniel, and today I want to tell you a story that's as heartbreaking as it is complicated. It's the kind of story that makes you stop and ask, how much loss can one family survive? It starts with a murder, a father killed, and then, not long after, his daughter disappears. She's a 30-year-old mother of two young children. Police believe she was also killed, but her body has never been found. These are two separate crimes, but they're tied together by family, grief, and a growing sense that justice may never feel complete. The woman at the center of this case is Ashley Elkins from Warren, Michigan. She vanished just after the new year. Investigators believe Ashley was murdered, and her ex-boyfriend, 33-year-old DeAndre Booker, has been charged with first-degree murder in connection with her disappearance. DeAndre says he's innocent, but during recent court hearings, his behavior has raised eyebrows. He's been disruptive, uncooperative, and at times openly hostile, making it harder for the judge to decide whether there's enough evidence for this case to go to trial. Ashley's family says the situation isn't as straightforward as people might assume. At first, DeAndre seemed like a good partner. He was kind to Ashley's children, respectful to her relatives, and supportive when the family was grieving. Nothing about him initially screamed danger, but things began to change when Ashley started focusing on her independence. She went to beauty school and opened a small salon inside her home so she could stay close to her kids, one of whom has special needs. According to the family, DeAndre didn't like the idea of men coming into the house for appointments. He wanted her working somewhere else. That's where questions about control and jealousy start to surface. But Ashley never told anyone she felt afraid of him. Tracy, who has worked with domestic violence victims for years, says that's what makes this case so difficult. Abuse doesn't always look the same. There are patterns experts recognize: emotional manipulation, isolation, control. But not every case fits neatly into a box. In this situation, there are warning signs, but also contradictions. DeAndre's discomfort with Ashley's work could be seen as possessive, but his close involvement with the family doesn't match what we often see in cases that escalate to murder. It leaves people searching for clarity where there may be none. Ashley met DeAndre on Facebook in 2023. By all accounts, the relationship seemed loving. Her mother, Monica, described Ashley as the light of the family, someone whose presence lifted everyone around her. Then, in April of 2024, the family suffered a devastating blow. Ashley's father, Gene Robinson, was murdered in Detroit. The loss shattered them. During that time, DeAndre stepped in. He attended the funeral, offered support, and became someone the family trusted deeply. As Ashley tried to move forward, cracks appeared in the relationship. Later that year, she discovered messages on DeAndre's phone from other women. That discovery ended things. Tracy says infidelity is often the moment when unstable relationships finally break, especially when control and jealousy are already present. After the breakup, Ashley cut off all contact. But just days before she vanished, DeAndre allegedly booked a salon appointment using a fake name and showed up at her house on New Year's Eve. Ashley didn't let him inside. Experts say this kind of behavior, using deception to force interaction, is a serious red flag. On January 2nd, Ashley spent the day running errands and buying supplies for her salon. That same day, her mother sent her a text about a dream she'd had, one where Ashley's car was stolen. The reply that came back didn't sound like Ashley at all. It felt off, almost like someone else was typing. Her mother tried calling, then FaceTiming, over and over. No answer. That's when the family reported Ashley missing. Police later traced Ashley's phone to DeAndre's home before it was shut off or destroyed. Inside the apartment, investigators found what they believe may be blood evidence, hair samples, and even possible bullet fragments in a bathtub drain. They also uncovered internet searches allegedly made by DeAndre, questions about blood detection and deleting browser history. On the same day Ashley disappeared, he reportedly ordered bleach, gloves, and garbage bags through DoorDash. But here's the problem. None of the forensic evidence has been definitively linked to Ashley, and because she had spent time at his apartment before, some of that evidence could exist without proving a crime. Security footage shows Ashley entering the apartment complex, but never leaving. Another video shows a man who resembles DeAndre pushing a cart toward a dumpster with what appears to be an arm hanging out. Still, police haven't been able to confirm the man's identity. Despite the gaps, DeAndre has been charged with murder, tampering with evidence, and concealing a death. For Ashley's family, the pain is unbearable. Her young son continues to ask when his mother is coming home. Her mother has spoken about the horror of imagining her daughter's body being treated with such disrespect. That kind of grief leaves families replaying every moment, wondering what they missed, what they could have done differently. DeAndre's courtroom behavior hasn't helped his case. He's refused to wear jail clothing, demanded unusual accommodations, shouted profanities, and was eventually muted during a virtual hearing. Experts say these kinds of outbursts rarely work in a defendant's favor. Pretending to be unstable doesn't meet the legal standard for insanity, and it often does more harm than good. Now, the judge is reviewing all the evidence to decide whether this case will move forward to trial. Meanwhile, the search for Ashley continues. This case is a painful reminder of how complicated relationships can be, how subtle warning signs are often missed, and how difficult it is to seek justice when there's no body and so many unanswered questions. Before we go, there's one strange crime story worth mentioning. In Florida, at Disney Springs, a man dressed in scuba gear allegedly robbed a restaurant, stealing thousands of dollars before escaping by swimming away. The entire thing lasted just minutes. It's bizarre, but it reminds us that crime can show up anywhere, in the most unexpected ways. Lastly, I want to thank you for your continued support. And Tracy recently returned from Italy, where she spoke about new laws aimed at protecting victims and improving police response, proof that even the darkest stories can lead to change. Thank you for listening. Stay with us.